Trent Williams has done it again. The future Pro Football Hall of Famer has landed another massive contract extension, agreeing to a 2-year, $50 million deal to stay with the 49ers. This deal includes $37 million in guaranteed money and a $22 million signing bonus, solidifying his status as one of the elite players in the league. We break down everything you need to know about this monumental agreement and what it means for the future of the 49ers.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we dive deep into the surprising draft strategy of the 49ers. We're looking at how Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch are heavily prioritizing wide receivers, showing a massive investment in that position, even at the expense of other crucial areas like the offensive line and safety. This position bias is creating roster holes, and we examine the surprising numbers that reveal where the Niners are truly placing their draft capital. Then get ready for some draft surprises. The 2026 NFL draft class is being scrutinized, but one name is getting universal praise: Oklahoma defensive tackle Gracen Halton, taken in round 4 at number 107 overall. We explore why analysts are calling him San Francisco's best get and how he might be poised to challenge for a starting role on the depth chart. Finally, we look at the immediate outlook for the 49ers following the 2026 NFL draft selections. Matt Mayako's projection shows the team feeling confident, with players like Dejon Stribling and Kalen Black poised for impact. We break down the projected 53-man roster, the competition for starting roles, and what this means for the team heading into Week 1. Don't miss the rest of the show. Trent Williams has officially secured a major contract extension with the San Francisco 49ers, resolving a contract standoff and cementing his future with the team. Williams, the Pro Football Hall of Famer, has agreed to a 2-year, $50 million deal, according to his agent's announcement on social media. The new agreement includes $37 million in guaranteed money and a $22 million signing bonus. This extension marks a significant financial milestone for Williams, whose career earnings are set to surpass $300 million, driven by this deal and his upcoming base salary of $32.2 million for the next season. This move solidifies his status as one of the elite players of his generation. The extension resolves a lingering issue for the 49ers, as it prevents the team from potentially losing the tackle. Williams has a history of contract negotiations, including previous holdouts, which had previously caused uncertainty. Head coach Kyle Shanahan had previously expressed confidence that an agreement would be reached, and general manager John Lynch appears to have found a mutually beneficial solution. By signing this deal, Williams will remain under team control at a premium rate for the next 3 seasons, providing the 49ers time to identify a long-term replacement. The agreement also clears up lingering contract drama just ahead of the upcoming draft, allowing the team to move forward without further distraction. The San Francisco 49ers' recent draft strategy has drawn sharp criticism, with analysts pointing to a significant overemphasis on wide receivers as a key driver of their roster construction. Sports Illustrated analysis reveals that the team's draft capital allocation, under the tenure of Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, demonstrates a pronounced positional bias. The data shows that receiver draft capital is 145% higher than that for defensive backs, the second priority. Shanahan's priorities are stark. Combining all offensive line positions and safety commands 63 points, whereas wide receiver alone commands 58 points. This focus has resulted in specific roster imbalances, with 5 first- and second-round picks dedicated to wide receivers, 4 to edge players, and 2 to defensive tackles, while other positions receive minimal investment. This selective team building has left critical execution weaknesses unaddressed, specifically concerning the pass rush, power at left guard against Seattle's run game, and pass coverage at safety. The position bias meant that left guard was neglected until late in the draft, and the safety position was overlooked. While the team is supported by past drafts and major trades, concerns remain over the impact of recent picks, noting only one truly impactful player from Brock Purdy since 2022. In comparison to rivals like the Seattle Seahawks and Rams, the 49ers' overinvestment at wide receiver far exceeds the combined investment of those teams. Furthermore, the team has shown a distinct lack of investment at safety, contrasting sharply with Seattle's heavier focus in that area. Rivals are investing more in the offensive line and running backs, while the Seahawks benefit from flexibility to address roster holes across the board. Beyond positional bias, patterns in scheme fit also emerge, such as a high concentration of offensive linemen with specific shuttle run times, suggesting that the underlying execution mismatches are not being fully resolved. Despite drafting talented players, the analysis concludes that the overevaluation of wide receivers and the light investment in areas like tackle, running back, tight end, and safety are creating a noticeable drop-off in impact since 2022. Experts suggest that while position bias is a historical pattern, it may need to evolve in the upcoming draft to include more impactful selections across the entire roster. The San Francisco 49ers' 2026 NFL draft class is facing significant scrutiny from fans and analysts, largely due to the numerous selections made by General Manager John Lynch and head coach Kyle Shanahan. Amidst the overall critique of the draft haul, one player stands out receiving near-universal acclaim. Oklahoma defensive tackle Gracen Halton, selected in the 4th round at number 107 overall. Analysts have recognized Halton as San Francisco's top pick of the class, another example of Lynch's successful late-round acquisitions, though some have wished for earlier selections. Despite general dissatisfaction with the entire draft board, fan-sided draft expert Mike Luciano singled out Halton as his favorite. Luciano suggested that Halton's potential role for the first-year professional could be particularly compelling. He compared Halton favorably to a previous draft pick, C.J. West, and suggested Halton might be comparable to second-year pro Alfred Collins. Luciano noted that while Collins was developing late in the season, Halton might possess a more complete defensive profile. With no significant off-season movement concerning the big-ticket pickup, Osa Odighizuwa, Halton now has a clear opportunity to challenge both incumbents on the depth chart. This could position Halton to unseat West and potentially compete for a starting role against Collins. While final determinations will come during training camp, the immediate discussion surrounding Halton's potential impact underscores the high regard in which the rookie interior defender is already being held. The San Francisco 49ers have finalized an early projection for their 53-man roster heading into Week 1 against the Los Angeles Rams, following their selections in the 2026 NFL Draft. The team appears confident about the new talent, having selected 8 players in the draft and signed 8 undrafted rookies, signaling an immediate fit for the incoming class. Coach Kyle Shanahan expressed optimism regarding the new players, stating, "I think we have a chance for a couple guys possibly to start, or have a chance to start 2 years from now when you have some unrestricted free agents that we lose. So overall, I hope all 8 guys just contribute." The team's rookie minicamp is scheduled for Friday and Saturday in Santa Clara, where players will receive their first on-field look. Key draft selections included wide receiver Dejon Stribling, 23, edge rusher Romulo Height, 25, and running back Kalen Black, 24. The projections indicate a competitive environment for several key roles. Quarterback competition is anticipated between Curtis Rourke, a 7th-round pick in 2025, and Adrian Martinez. The winner of this competition could secure a spot on the practice squad behind starter Brock Purdy and backup Mac Jones. In the receiving core, there is strong competition for the 3rd receiver spot between Stribling and Christian Kirk. Dejon Stribling could provide the offensive spark needed to elevate the team's offense. The offensive line features Trent Williams at left tackle, with a high expectation for him to be the starter, though backup options like Jones, Toth, and Colby remain viable. The team maintains strong long-term outlooks for the left tackle position. Defensively, the rotation involves Fred Warner, Dree Greenlaw, and Luke Gifford. Competition exists for the middle linebacker role, with Tatum Bethune having started last season and Nate Hobbs and Jalen Graham vying for spots. The interior line is seeing competition for backup roles, with Darrell Luter being the frontrunner to step in behind Green and Lenoir. In the defensive line, Nick Bosa is expected to return to action in Week 1, with Romulo Height tasked primarily with pass rushing duties. Special teams is also a focus, with Colton Dowell being the frontrunner to return to the punt return role, competing with Christian Kirk and Junior Bergen. Meanwhile, the punting situation has seen a shift, with Waitman signed as a free agent and Baumeister added as an undrafted rookie, presenting a potential new dynamic for the kicking game. The early outlook suggests the 49ers are well-positioned for the upcoming season, leveraging both established talent and promising rookie additions as they prepare for their first official game in Melbourne.